What's the word? What's the mathematics? I am Darnell, aka Phabile. Today we have a special guest with us. Today we have Brandon, aka we bringing it back solo.
Once upon a time. Once upon a time. Stay on the lookout. How you doing, my friend?
Hey, how you
My
doing,
brother.
boss? Hey, my brother, my family, my relative, man.
Known his
Shoot.
ass since he was 16 years old.
16, man. I was
my
a puppy. I was a puppy, man.
With an old mind and an old soul. So, no, you wasn't a puppy. Can never say you was a puppy dog in a scrap.
No, facts, man.
Shit, always a big dog.
Yeah, always, man. Or at least trying to be one, howling at the moon.
Facts. Shit. Boy, we ain't even gonna get into that.
Man, shoot. Man, we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. Look
Let's
here,
get into
man.
this.
You know, when I very first met him, he was, and still today is, one of the dopest rappers, man. I first heard this man. A lot of these people said that, especially at this time, white rappers were not even sought after. They were viewed, you know.
It was Eminem or nothing. Bubba Sparks, maybe, but you had to be goofy or some type of niche or cliche to be even thought of.
When you a real MC, when you really spitting that real stuff, you know, especially from the streets, you know, from the aspects of something that we can relate to, you know what I mean?
There's giving a fuck.
There's
actually
substance,
taking
exactly.
the craft and giving a fuck about the craft.
Man.
It was a joke.
Yeah.
It was a joke.
But you know what? He broke down barriers. He told people it don't matter. He stood on 10 toes about his craft. You couldn't tell him that this man was not tight. And because as soon as you listen to him, you're like, who was that? That was, wait, play that back. Run that back one more time. And then he ended up becoming more, because you came to my studio the first time I met you. And turns out he became
Commodore.
Commodore.
Take it back.
Yeah.
But
and then you ended up getting your own studio. You ended up getting your own squad.
Peter Kane.
Oh, Peter Kane hooked it up for you?
No, he inspired me.
Oh, okay.
I was like, fuck it, let me just do this shit.
Yeah.
You know, if it wasn't for him showing me how to
Yeah.
navigate and actually take something, instead of just going out and spending money, useless money, might as well keep it in house. So he really taught me that. If it wasn't for that, man, big ups to that man.
Big ups. That's my
We've had a lot of ups and downs, but
That's
you're my brother and I love you, and shit, I appreciate all the knowledge you give to everybody.
No,
he's one of these cats that does not just, he's not stingy with his cake. You know what I mean?
He still does that today. Still does that today. Yeah, he's always hooking up people. That's good. You know what? It makes a lot of sense now that you said
cheers
that.
to that man.
Cheers. Yeah, same with me though. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Same with me.
Somebody's tuning us. Nah,
No,
some real shit.
we over here hyping you up, P. You better look here, man. You owe me 20 push-ups for this.
35.
Remember he used to call it boot camp when we first started doing music. You know what I'm saying? If you mess up, you had to do push-ups and you
all that shit.
Man, he used to have to put you through the ringer, man. That's what creates dope artists, though. To be honest,
The drive, the competition.
Yeah, there definitely was he definitely created a competition.
I'm sorry,
aspect.
kids. This is back when we actually had notepads and we actually had to scratch off some shit. Yeah. Anyway, or actually had to conceive a notion. Big up to Chosen, who just doesn't have to put anything down on paper. He could just go off the top of the head. You can either do it.
It wasn't like that at the beginning.
No.
It wasn't like that at the beginning.
We ain't gotta tell all this shit. Either you could do it or you can't.
Yeah.
That's it.
But you know, he been rocking. You know, he been rocking since.
Anyways, that's a whole nother chapter.
That's a whole.
But anyway, big up to that, man.
Shout out to Chosen. That's my little brother. Hey, shout out.
And just being able to just do it off the top of the head like that consistently is a craft.
Yeah.
And a lot of people can't do it because what they do is they got a little something in their back pocket that they've been recycling for the last 30 years. And anyway,
I remember when he first started doing it. But you know what? We're gonna save that for when he get on the show.
Yeah,
he's scheduled to come on the show. You can tell your own story, bruh. Tell your own story. You too, Pete.
Carmageddon really does hold down babies. So go ahead and check that man out if you haven't.
But then you had your own camp called Fam First. You was the first Fam First that
Peter K.
Peter Kane helped you name that?
No, but it's a lot of behind that. But yeah. He helped start it, but didn't realize it. He brought one of the most influential members, we could say, Smoke to the, aka Damien.
Yeah.
I made him through his camp, and
Smoke to the no gooder.
one day I just was like,
He
man,
gonna be on the show too. Smoke gonna be on the show. That's crazy.
I'll
All
never
y'all.
forget it though.
Hey.
He was in the room and shit, just kind of like singing his own little hook and shit to this. Like, man, I just kind of want to do. I'm like, why don't you actually sing? He's like, nah. I forgot who he wanted to sing. Maybe somebody at that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have them. I'm like, why don't you do it? Oh, I
Yeah.
can't sing. Anyways, that's another story. But big up to him as well. That was one of the biggest influences as far as making Fan First, because I was like, damn, if I could just put these pieces together, we can make something flawless. But Fan First originally was just family.
Yeah.
Let's keep us out of the streets. Let's keep us from hustling, because unfortunately at that time we had other occupations and the streets and all these other things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was just my way of trying to get us inside the house. We could still make our business moves, do all these things that we need to do to survive.
So Fam First, originally the very first two members were you and Smoke.
At first, I mean, me and Greg, me and Dalio, we always been rocking since kids. But originally, it was like we just got our own thing. Me, Dalio, Greg, we just was rocking.
Yeah.
But when I met up with Damien, I was like, damn, I can make this group. Not like I can make this group. Not like that was my sole intention. But if I just get a couple people together, we got a family base.
Well, you got to take your flowers, though, because at the end of the day, I know the group was consisted of more than just you. But from what I seen on my end, is you put the studio together, you bought the equipment, you created time to where everybody can make this music, and you made sure everybody did it. You know, everybody got their chance to shine. You know, so you are an engineer, you're a producer, you produced the
A lot
group.
of hats that I was not aware of, but
Well, did anyone? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but did anyone else produce? Did anyone else produce? And I'm not knocking nobody, because these are amazing artists. They're all going to be
no,
here
they
eventually.
produced some of their own tracks together. It was a collective. Don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, they were just like, you know what? Let me fall back and let you have the final decision.
Yeah.
So producing, I guess you could call it, but I wasn't the producer. I was just the orchestrator, just somebody that waved the baton and said, you know what? I hear you over here. That's the section over there. Let's just put it together.
Okay.
In my opinion, you know, people call it producing, engineering. I'll call it, man, let's just smoke this little L, drink this little drink.
Yeah.
Let's work. Man, that shit sounds good right there. That sounds good right there. Let's just orchestrate this. But like I said, before Damien, it was just me, Dalio, Gino, should I call him? D-Lo. We was just rocking together, man. My bad.
No, keep going, bro. Keep going.
But yeah, we was just kind of rocking together. Just never had our own little name. And then I was just kind of, I don't know, wanted more. Because one person spending money over here, this cat named Charlie Mack. Dalio would go to Charlie Mack, spend way too much money. Greg, he had a lot of plugs and shit like that. But once again, we're spending money.
Sorry about that, too.
Why are
Sorry
we
about
spending
that.
money with other people? We should spend it with each other. So that was really what it was. Dalio was still kind of doing his thing with his productions and making his own little group. Not group, but his own little production company or whatever. And it took a long time for me and him to just
But dealing with Fam First, because I know Dalio, he was a part of Fam First, but I know Dalio is also an individual artist.
He's always, yeah.
You know, so shout out to Dalio.
D-Lo.
But Fam First as a total, you know, even when you guys go through other studios, even when you guys go through other, because again, that's how we met. I think you came with Greg that day too.
Possibly.
Yeah. So you know, it definitely was always a group effort, and I respect that. So what it was is, you were trying to, you know, you wanted to put this group together, but to save money and to save time, create an in-house studio and then send it out to major record labels, or send it out to major studios to have it mixed and finalized and get the beats and all this other stuff.
In theory, I was just a little greedy. You know, I never really liked to give our music out. This is way before what we did with SoundCloud.
Yeah.
The digital age was just starting, so I was real greedy with my music. Unfortunately, I didn't let a lot of people hear it. But that was the thought process. But
Yeah.
mostly just not being greedy, but just my need to make sure that everything was complete. It never was complete. So that's where I fucked it with Fam First. But the need to just keep us in house, the need to keep us off these streets, the need to just give us something to get away from. Like, my boys got baby mama dramas. What's that
What
called?
was it?
What's that called? Trapping? I'm not familiar with that. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of things that we were doing, so I just wanted us to just get away from that. Literally.
So what was happening, without going too far into detail, what was happening so much in the streets to where you felt like, you know what, let me get me and my guys out of the streets and start making this music? But even while you were making the music, did you immediately leave the streets while you were in the music, or did something change throughout life that created a spark? Because from what I know, you're no longer in the streets. You done left that behind.
Nope.
You are
got a beautiful woman now.
Got a beautiful woman. Got a beautiful family. You're a working man. Shout out to the people who left the streets and got into a job, got into a career.
Yeah.
Shout out to the people that are actually pushing that narrative and not saying, hey, glorifying a life that they left behind, and don't glorify the life that they are living or trying to live. And what's your experience like?
There was nothing like significant that said, oh, this is the reason why I need to stop doing what I was doing. But word was that I used to get a little reckless. You didn't call me to fight. We're not about to square, but you would call me if things happened where people's lives were in danger. And sometimes you got to realize, when you're going to worry about your life.
One more time for
if
the
I can't
people
protect
in
myself, how can I protect you? Sometimes we so worried about reputation and being that guy on the front line, and just your reputation gotta, man, fuck that shit. Because when you're dead, how long do they talk about your reputation? I'm 43 now, and it took a very, very, very long time to remember that and realize that. Because we heard that since a kid, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, blah, blah, blah. But then as we're 20, 30, 35, that shit don't come into play until something just strikes like, damn, my life is worth more than this, our value. We're not taught that as children, that we have a self-value that's worth more than gold, more than diamonds. Unfortunately, what they do to us that's in the inner streets of the urban community, black, white, they make us fight over crumbs. And then they make us fight over this.
Yeah.
And then we're distracted by all that we forget to realize that we're just systemized to work 9 to 5. So shout out to the people that are working 9 to 5 like myself.
Shout out.
It's a choice. It's a very hard choice, because fast money does come, and it's very beautiful. But so is life.
Yeah.
So is life. I'm admiring these gray hairs. I got a father's haircut now. We joke about it, but earlier in the podcast, it doesn't seem like my character was going to shine. I'm just over here just, blah, blah, blah. But the truth is, it takes a real man to be able to change and look in the mirror and say, fuck that. I'm not going to apologize for cussing, but fuck that. Why am I going to be a boy? I'm 43, and I just now became a man, I think.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I've been a boy all my life. It's easy to shoot people. It's easy to sell dope. But it's hard to create a community. And was what I was trying to do with Fam First in a nutshell. Create a community, a family, a bond. Just that simple, but that kind of dissolved a little bit. Not like the friendship. We're all still brothers, like, to the day.
Yeah.
Just I kind of stepped back with the music a lot of bit. But I think that's what changed. Just looking in the mirror and realizing self-worth. Like, seeing the younger generation. Now I sound like an old head, but just seeing like, damn, that was me.
No, you saying some real stuff, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. A few of your words gave me the chills, man.
Well, because we've been there, bro.
Few of your words gave me the chills, man.
It was jokes aside in the beginning, but this ain't no play. I've known this cat since he was 16 years old. We're not gonna put my age out there, but I'm 43. Yeah. So do the math. It's a lot of years, and a lot of growing, a lot of tears, a lot of pain with that shit. And seeing motherfuckers go to jail, I've actually had friends that Shalon, like, never would think he would want to kill himself. Like, wasn't in a drug game, just beautiful. So, like, friends that died from cancer, it's like, what the fuck? Yeah. But then I'm over here in the streets, sacrificing my life, risking my freedom. When God just chooses different people at different times, why don't I just choose my time for myself?
Yeah.
So I can build.
Yeah.
And I built relationships with my brothers and memories from my children.
You know, I think that's why we stay so tapped in throughout life, because, you know, the whole reason why we linked up when I was so young is because you know, I was going through something real similar. I was living a very, very similar life. Didn't do the things like you did them, but I did the things like I did them. But the thing about it is I grew, and not everybody grows, and just to see people stay the same and still see people not reach for something better, because there is something better out there. You know, even if it's not better financially, it's better in here. It's better in here, you know, and it's so sometimes you got to take a step back. Oh, I love what you said, a few of your words. Like, I really felt when you said, I'm happy to see these gray hairs. A lot of people in certain situations were never meant to see 21. And people said that when I was young, like it was a joke, like it was like something a bit like, oh, it's fine though. And the thing about it is that's crazy. That's crazy. I told people a few times I'm on my second life. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just like I try to preach to the kids, to the youth, because a lot of people, just because you change your mindset doesn't mean that mindset is not still out there. That a lot of people are not still living that way. A lot of people refuse to take an L because
every day is a struggle, because it's like smoking a cigarette and quitting. Don't test it. The magazine is still fully loaded. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, I don't want it anymore.
But being a father, coming into fatherhood, you know, I feel like changes a lot on you, you know. And the thing about it is, I know that your situation, because I know you personally, you know, so I know your situation might have changed before fatherhood, but I think you kind of still stood on the fatherhood aspect. But now becoming, congratulations on your daughter. Congratulations on your daughter. Shout out to Felicia. You know, man, take care of my brother. He been through a lot. You know, he gon' be him. And you know,
just pray for my daughter, because she's gonna have to deal with me. Let's just keep it
yeah. But you know what? I'm gonna say before it take the parents. Not just your daughter, not just your son, if you guys have a son in the future. It take the parents to come together to actually raise a child. Absolutely. So the thing about it is, I'm gonna pray for the daughter, I'm gonna pray for the kids, but if you pray for the family, if you pray for the parents, they gonna protect that kid. They gonna show the kids the rights and wrongs that they understand. You know what I mean? But if you guys can come together and be one, if you guys can come together and be one, that is going to change the child's life.
That's the goal. And you know, communication.
Yeah.
This is a woman, like, even if we don't live together, which is not the goal. The goal is to be, you know, parents.
Yeah.
One family, but trying to break them cycles. But she's definitely a woman that, even if we don't live together, I can still maintain a relationship and work it out and be amicable. So we got this. But
see, you speaking worst case scenario.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but let's not talk about that.
Yeah, no, you see, yeah.
I'm having a girl. Don't want to talk too much about that.
Yeah, no. See, the thing about it is, okay, we getting into relationship. I wanted to speak about fatherhood, but the thing about it is, a relationship, again, that take two, man. The thing about it is, ain't nothing perfect. I promise you that you are never going to find someone perfect. No. Ever. You have to find someone that matches your crazy. You have to find someone that is perfect for you.
Yes.
You know why? Because you're just as broken. And I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the world.
Yeah.
The thing about it is everyone is a little broken. The thing is you have to find your match. The person that understands your brokenness, who can be there through your brokenness. And then when you bring kids into the world, they can watch you guys work together, because eventually that child is going to break in their own way. Hey, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to stop trauma from happening to your kids. You can shelter them, you can keep them away, but that's going to cause brokenness. You can let them go out and be free. You can let them do their thing, but that is going to cause brokenness. So the thing about it is you got to just hope that when they leave, because 18 years, they can leave whenever they want, and they will. Now, 18 to 42, they are going to leave that house and go find their life. You know what I mean? All you can do is try to be there for them in the realm of them ages, and to show them a way, because you're not in a relationship with your children, because they gonna leave one day. You in a relationship with your other half. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's y'all, and the kids are just there.
The kids, no, not just there.
Man, they just there, but they just there for you to raise them. They're there for you to guide them. They're there for you to show them the way.
They are gonna grow out of the nest, so
they gonna grow.
Make sure that nest is happy with the person that you're with. So
yeah. And so
1 year ago, I definitely wouldn't have thought I would have been with the same woman for over a year. So
yeah, congratulations.
She's actually
man.
Put up with my shit for a year. So thank you, baby.
Hey,
jokes aside, I'm not the easiest person to deal with, but before that, man,
neither am I. I'm not. But you know what? Again, ain't nobody perfect.
Not
but again, you find somebody that match your crazy, you good to
compliment your crazy. Don't match my fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, exactly.
No,
because you guys can't be the same. The opposites attract.
Do not match my crazy.
You can't.
Then we're just gonna blow this bitch up at the same time.
Exactly.
Then we're just gonna stand there looking stupid in that blown up ass house. Like, what the fuck? Nah, compliment my crazy. Yeah, let me be crazy and you just slap the shit out of me.
Yeah, to diffuse it. So like
tomorrow
you say,
be like, why's my face hurt? Because you was still, okay, cool. Like, compliment my crazy. Don't be crazy with me.
Yeah, but you blew up, and now she knew how to diffuse it by X, Y, and Z. But that's just your situation. Some people is too soft, and they need somebody to make them be like, man, nut up, man, stand up. Like, you need somebody to tell you to, man, that why you so soft, man? Toughen up. You know what I'm saying? So you got to find your counterpart. You know what I mean? I really respect your vulnerability, because I really truly believe that's when you find your truth. If you had to leave something for the people, what would you want them to mainly take away from meeting Brandon, aka Solo?
The cliche, it's not about how you start the race, how you finish the race, is really true. Doesn't matter when you start that race. It's about waking the fuck up to get to that race, being ready mentally. We might fall, but that's what practice is for. So becoming Brandon was not an easy thing, and that's what my mama named me. That's not what you called me. It was stay on the lookout for a reason, and Brandon was a foreigner. So what I would like everybody to take away from that is you don't have to be that same person. You don't. But never forget the person that you were and that you become, because they are the same person. Some people go to jail, go right back the fuck in. Some people need that. Not my style, but for us to judge that, why would they want to go back to jail? That's what they grew accustomed to. That's what they became. Stop. Look in the mirror. What do you want to become? I didn't want to be Solo. I wanted to learn how to become Brandon again. And you know what? Sometimes that's all it takes, just looking in the motherfucking mirror. It's not easy to stop selling drugs. It's not easy to not pick up that fucking call and be the first one to take care of business. But you know what? It gets easier.
And now you know the word, and now you know the mathematics. I am Darnell, aka Phabile. We got our special guest with us today, Brandon, aka Solo. Look here, man. Y'all stay tapped in. We can grow together. And I'm not talking about social media. I'm talking about life.
Be good, be safe. Y'all take care. Love you, my brother.
Love you too, folks.